Today I'm sharing my vintage apron collection. Hi ladies, welcome back to my channel. I'm Rosenda. I'm excited you're here. Today I have a special video because I have been planning this video for a while, and I'm going to be showing you some of my vintage aprons that I have collected through the years, and I'm going to give you a little fashion show of all of them. Some of these aprons have been passed down, some of them have been thrifted or found in antique stores, and so I thought it would be fun to just kind of show you what I've collected through the years and give you a little backstory to them all. The aprons come in different colors and different types of styles, and also they span over different decades. And I'm thinking these are more vintage, probably 40s, 50s, 60s. Some are handmade, some have been bought, some are factory made. So I thought it would be a fun video because a lot of you love the vintage inspired, and some of you have been requesting more of my homemaking videos and also some more vintage. So I think this would be a great way to show you what I have in my collection. I love aprons. I love them for the nostalgia, and I remember my mom using them. I also just love having that finished look when you're homemaking or cooking. They also help prevent your clothes from getting dirty, because that happens a lot, especially when you're making pasta sauce. But I think really in the times that we're talking about, when these aprons were really popular, which we're talking about the vintage 40s, 50s, and 60s, I think the homemaker and the woman probably really wanted to wear them more for aesthetics. So they wanted to look a little bit more put together and probably match their outfit. So today I'm dressed a little bit more vintage in my outfit. I am wearing the red lipstick today. Those of you that have seen my summer outfits video, you know the color I'm wearing. It is firecracker red. So I am wearing the red because I'm wearing this beautiful red and white apron. This vintage collection is very special. I've collected them through the years. And so I think it would just be fun to get started and go ahead and show you. The first apron I will begin with is a red and white vintage thrift find. I found this around a month ago, and I only paid $1.50 for it. It looks like it's handmade, and I absolutely love it. I don't have a red apron, so this is a great addition to my apron collection. Next, I have a true treasure. This was passed down to me from my mom. I think she said it belonged to her grandma or my grandma. I'm not sure if it was her mom's, but it is so 60s vintage. I absolutely love the colors. It's so pretty. The blue, the floral, and all the colors are so bright. It's actually one of my favorite aprons in my collection. The next apron comes from my Simplicity vintage gift set. I showed you this in my video last year, and I will link that down below. And it's so cute. It has a saying on it. It says, "The only reason I have a kitchen is because it came with the house," which is pretty comedic in a way for the women in those days. Now this apron is one of my favorites. It's very special to me. It was the very first apron that started my collection. I think I was in my early 20s before I got married, and I wanted it. I told my mom, let me have that. And so it's very special. It is handmade, and it belonged to my grandma, and it will always be one of my treasures. I love the lavender roses. Next is another hand-me-down apron. This did belong to my grandma, and it was handmade. My mom gave this to me also. It's gingham with a little bit of rickrack on there. Has a little country feel to it, but that gingham mint was so popular in those days, so it's so vintage. I love it. Next is another special apron. This was crocheted by hand, and it did belong to my grandma, and actually I think it was my great-grandma's. My mom gave this to me and handed it down, so it is very special. I have never found one that's crocheted, so it's very unique, and I love the colors. And now I have the white long apron that I found at an antique store about 3 months ago in the spring. I've always wanted a long apron. It reminds me of a Victorian apron that you would see them use in a beautiful Jane Austen movie, When Calls the Heart episode. But I think it's so pretty, and it looks good with my white dress too. And I do have a video all about the beautiful white dress. I will link that down below. I really enjoyed sharing with you my vintage apron collection today. I hope it inspired you, and let me know too in the comments, do you go looking for vintage and antiquing? I know a lot of you love that kind of thing, so if you're always looking for aprons, or if you've never thought of even using an apron, this is another way you can look put together when you're homemaking, cooking. And let me know in the comments too if you would like the style of the apron to be brought back. And by wearing our aprons, I really feel that we are bringing back that style, carrying that vintage, nostalgic, beautiful style for a homemaker. Let me know what your thoughts are about the vintage apron. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Do you even wear aprons when you cook or homemake or anything like that? Clean the house? It may be something you might want to consider. Thank you for watching my video, and be sure to follow me on Instagram because I do post over there, and I will connect with you over there. And also subscribe to my channel if you are new and if you like more videos like this. And I will see you again in my next video.